Hi, my name is Christina Weber, and I run a company called Christian Biz Owners on Fire. We help Christian entrepreneurs that want to have a bigger impact, earn more in less time, and live a life they love on a daily basis. And today is Talk Life Thursday, and the topic we're going to be speaking about, or I'm going to be speaking about, is 3 ways to better know your value. And the reason why it's important to know your value is being able to understand your value and communicate it to potential customers and clients is really the lifeblood of uh, the root of converting sales. Assuming you have something people really want to use in their business or personal life. So you need to be able to know what that is, communicate that to the right people. They value that, and then there you go. You have that transaction that keeps the lifeblood of your business going, which is sales, and that generates into better revenue, which is a positive cycle because then that allows you to reinvest in yourself and your business and offer even better value. So that's why this is really important, and a lot of business owners struggle with sales, myself included. It's a process you have to kind of get used to and learn how to do. So these are 3 ways to do. The first step is just to understand your own value. So the first thing you can do is up-level your business. And the reason why that helps you with your value is, now of course you can just raise your prices and just magically say, well, I'm going to be reaching a higher clientele. But that's not really what I'm talking about when I say up-level your business. I mean really going for more desirable clients that can pay your services rate, that aren't always struggling because they don't either have the resources themselves or they don't really see the value. They can't understand the value of what you offer, or they're not thinking like business people. So when you're up leveling your business, the natural part of that is you have to slow down and you have to really think about who you're targeting, and you need to think about what you're really offering them. And I'm doing this right now, and went through a process with a branding specialist, and in the process of getting a really high-end video done for my website. And part of that process was I had to really go deeper and figure out, well, what is unique about my products or services, and kind of retool those a little bit so that I really can justify the higher value I'm offering. So sometimes that process of just slowing down and having to do that helps you internalize your value a little bit better. The second thing you can do is get to know people on a more intimate level. People aren't what they seem on the outside all the time, and I can think of a couple of examples of why this is helpful to knowing your own value. One is I went to a pretty affluent high school. I mean, we weren't dirt poor, but we definitely weren't rich. And I remember when I was in high school, I used to kind of envy the kids with the really nice cars and fantastic wardrobes and going on ski trips and all that stuff. But when I went away to college, I was in a sorority, so I was actually living with these same ladies or women. And what I really noticed is when I saw them up close, a little more intimately, it really made me value myself. I mean, for one thing, I really knew the value of working hard. When I wanted to do something, I went for it. If I wanted to go to the nice swimming pool everyone went to, I had to go get a job there, I mean, so I hustled. I learned how to hustle. I learned how to set goals. I learned how to be a self-starter, whereas I saw they were kind of princesses and just, let other people run their lives and really didn't have a lot of initiative, etc. So just that experience of really getting to know someone on a more intimate level was helpful for me to see some of the qualities in myself that were of value. And another example is I'm a member of a mastermind, and another of the 4 of us, one of the other ones is also a coach therapist situation. And our leader said to us one time that we will be able to, as coaches, because of our therapy background, really identify and see things much quicker in the conversation than someone that's not trained as a therapist. And you don't have to be a therapist to be a coach. But I kind of known that, but I wasn't able to put words to it. And I think she's absolutely right. And that's something that is a value to my customers, of saying, look, I can cut to the chase because I just have this training and experience that helps me see things other people that aren't as well trained or don't have this experience either can't see at all, or it takes them a lot longer to see. So I cut your time. So again, that helped me see my value. The last thing that helps you see your values, really taking action and moving forward. So getting those clients, servicing them, making mistakes, finding out what clients liked about your services, what they didn't like, what their experiences with you were, just doing that video I mentioned earlier. Just that process, I could just tell in the interview process, I was kind of realizing, you know what, there are a lot of people that really struggle with integrating their faith in their business, and it's not even just that, but they struggle with having the right balance in their life and having a right compass in their life. And what I bring to the table is I am really, really comfortable with my relationship with God and what that means. There's some sacrifices that go with that, but I'm just really good at that. And you don't really know that as well until you see people, even that are, I would consider, really successful, in many ways more successful than I am on some levels. When you see that and you realize, they're missing an ingredient I have. And again, that happened just by movement, doing something, stepping out, a new next step in my business. And you just constantly learning information, and you can internalize that and really note those things so that when you're with customers, it's something that you can easily say. That's kind of the next step. Once you do understand your value, then you really need to, if you understand intrinsically, it's very easy to then communicate to somebody else. Thanks. I hope this is helpful. God bless.